Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Empressive channel. Bruno Mars is in a whole heap of trouble because apparently he has a very bad gambling habit and he owes MGM Casino $50 million. You heard correctly, he is $50 million in the hole. And he did do a contract with MGM Resorts to do a residency there, and he basically gets $90 million a year, which is a lot of money, but he has to pay back more than half of that back to the MGM casino because he was collecting a lot of debt at those poker tables. Now, I do think this is kind of sad to have a bad gambling addiction and to throw all your hard-earned money away over some poker. It just seems like he's working in vain at this point because now he won't be able to get free from his contract until he pays off his debts. And he could probably pay it off, but with the way he blows through money, I don't know if he'll be able to right away. So I think MGM is going to lock him in that contract until he pays off his debts. This is sad. This is sad. Now, Bruno, you need to release another album because we haven't had music from you in years. Do another Vegas residency, pay off your debts, get some therapy, get a life coach, and also go to rehab and get your life together. Bruno, you're too talented and you're too great of an artist to be going out sad like this. Now, moving on, let's talk about Amanda Seales. The actress and activist Amanda Seales is frustrated that Black Hollywood is seemingly ignoring her. And Amanda did say that she is basically blacklisted because she has been outspoken about a lot of issues. She's also not afraid to advocate for herself. And also, her personality has rubbed some people the wrong way. And she's starting to realize that she might be blackballed.
I can feel people distancing themselves from me for my stance, professionally and personally. And I already got blacklisted this year from certain venues because I stood up for myself professionally when I was being what's the word? Scammed. I genuinely am unsure what is coming next. Yeah. You know, you're just like, am I gonna have agents? What's the other side of this look like? It's very disconcerting, very concerning, ethically, morally, economically. You know, we have an election. I mean, it's just a lot to process. I just hope y'all support my work.
Now, this clip was posted a few months ago, and in that video, Amanda revealed that she was blacklisted in some areas, and she was kind of at loss for where her career was going next. And recently, she came out and revealed that she hasn't been invited to much Black events in Hollywood.
I just want to say something. If it wasn't for y'all, I would really think that I ain't doing shit. Because the industry I'm in does not recognize me. And to be clear, I'm speaking about the Black spaces in the industry I'm in. Because y'all know I don't give two damns about any of these other spaces. But the Black spaces is what I'm referring to. Which is largely in part why I realized I need to shift out of this industry. You know, I don't get invited to Essence Women in Hollywood. I've never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. I've been nominated for an Image Award. Never been invited to the NAACP Image Awards. Never been honored at Black Girls Rock. I've hosted these events. You know what I'm saying? I literally hosted the BET Awards in 2020 in my house, and I was not invited to the BET Awards since. So I just want to thank y'all for always reminding me that I really am valuable, because the game and the industry that I've been in has never let me know.
Now, when Amanda said this, I thought it was a little odd because Amanda has been in the industry for so long, since she was young. And she's been an actress on the hit show Insecure. She's been an artist. She's been a comedian and a DJ. She's now an activist and she speaks out on a lot of issues that affect the Black community. She has her own podcast, which I would think would be recognized. And you would think somebody like Amanda Seales would be acknowledged in certain Black spaces in Hollywood simply because she's had a presence in the industry for so long. But I'm going to be honest here. I think Amanda rubs some people the wrong way. Her personality is a bit polarizing. You either like her or you don't. Now, me personally, I think Amanda is harmless. Yes, she's outspoken and she has very strong convictions and beliefs. But at the same time, she seems to be coming from a genuine place. She seems like she really cares about the issues that she speaks about. So yeah, she might seem a bit high-strung and cantankerous at times, but she doesn't really do anything to anybody like that. She's pretty harmless. She ain't out here committing crimes. All she is speaking her mind. However, I can see where that can rub some people the wrong way. And she has fallen out with several people in the industry over the years. So I don't think she has a lot of favor in the industry like that. There are people who really rock with her and there are some people who don't. And some of the people who don't rock with her have some power and pull in the industry to kind of blacklist her. And I kind of think back to the incident that she had years ago when she went to this Emmy party that was hosted by Issa Rae's publicist, Vanessa Anderson. Amanda opened up about the time when she went to 2 different parties that Vanessa hosted. And one time she was literally removed from the party by different security guards, all because Vanessa didn't like her. And Amanda put Vanessa on blast. And I think when she did that, things started to shift a little bit when it came to her reputation in the industry.
I was escorted by 4 security guards out of the Black Hollywood Emmy party last night for simply wanting to get into the Black Hollywood Emmy party last night. I saw hella people come to that fucking party last night that were not on the list. I literally, with Kiki, was there when they typed her name and put it on the list, but didn't want to do that for me. Yes. So I'm standing there like, I'm not leaving this party until you tell me who is saying that I need to leave the party. Vanessa is saying that you need to leave the party. Vanessa of the ANPR group. And I'm like, really? That doesn't surprise me.
So a year ago, Issa Rae's publicist, Vanessa Anderson of ANPR, and some other people, they started doing a Black Emmy party. So when I arrived at the party last year, I came with Jill Scott. And of course, I work with Issa. So Vanessa is somebody who I have absolutely met before, like when I had my web series on Issa's channel on YouTube. And I have interacted with her, on a few occasions, but she has never been nice to me ever. Like she's always had a certain curtness, and she's always seemed to be bothered simply by just my demeanor, my way of communicating with her, etc. And at a certain point, it just became, well, then this is just not somebody I need to speak to because I don't work for her and she doesn't work for me, and there's no reason for us to even interact for all intents and purposes. So we don't. I say hello to her if I see her, but there's not going to be any back and forth exchange. We are not friends. So last year when I got to the party, I showed up with Jill Scott. And when I came with Jill, she said, let me have my manager go to the front, just to make everything smoother. So her manager went to the front and Vanessa was at the front, and her manager pointed back towards us. And when I was there, I looked at Vanessa and just kind of surreptitiously pointed toward Jill, look who I'm, with, because there was a bunch of people outside too. And she just exclaimed, "Amanda, nobody has time for this right now. I do not have time for this." And so Jill's manager was like, "What the hell was that about?" He was like, "Come on." So we just went in the party, and that was that. And I went in the party, and I told Issa, I was like, "Hey, your publicist, she's just not being nice. She's just nasty. And I don't even need her to be kind. I don't need her kindness, but just have a certain layer of civility with me, And Issa was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's just between y'all, because this is her party. So it's not really my jurisdiction to tell her how to treat you at her party." Okay. So I left it at that. This year, Jesse Williams had invited me to the party, and anyone who knows me knows I don't even like none of this party shit, but I love a celebration of Blackness. So me and Kendrick get to the party alongside my friend Kiki, who is not in the industry. When we get to the party, the girl at the door asks for Kendrick's name, and he has a +1, so I'm his +1, and then she asks for Kiki's name, and Kiki's like telling her name, and she just writes it in her phone and is like, okay. So we're about to walk in, and then a white woman who has a clipboard, who had not been at the rope but was in the front area, all of a sudden turns around and points at me and says, no, she cannot go in. She's not on the list. So then Elijah Kelly comes out, and Elijah Kelly is like, yo, why are you out here? And I'm like, because they're not letting me in. And at this point, I've already Instagrammed the fact that like a white woman is at the door preventing me from getting into the Black Emmy party. But, you know, what is going on? And now I'm starting to get like irritated by it, because I'm like, this is just foolish. Like, I'm clearly being targeted here, and I don't know why. So what ends up happening is Elijah's like, you know what? They're not going to kick me out of the party, so come on in. So he welcomes me in, and as I'm coming in, the white girl is like, her name is Kiera. She's like, she cannot go in. She cannot go in. And I was like, girl, stop. And I just wave her off, and I kept walking. So I walk in, and I go to the bar. Kiki goes to the bathroom. By the time Kiki has come back from the bathroom, a security guard is talking to me. And a security guard says to me, hello, miss. We have been asked to escort you out. I've been asked to escort you out. I'm like, well, who asked you to escort me out? And he said, let me find out. So he gets on his phone and he says, Vanessa. I said, well, then you need to find Vanessa, because I need to speak to Vanessa, and I need to find out from Vanessa why I'm being escorted out. Apparently no one could find Vanessa. So Elijah comes over and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, they're escorting me out. So now he's trying to find Vanessa. Jay August comes over and is like, what's going on? I said, they're escorting me out. He's like, let me go find Vanessa, because I was sitting at the Insecure table. So there's a table for Insecure that apparently Natasha is at, and Yvonne is at, and Kendrick is at, but I'm not being allowed into the party because I'm not on the list. So there's a table for the show that I am an actual series regular and a star of, but I am not allowed into the party. So much so that a security guard has now been dispatched to escort me out of the party. And I'm like, I'm not leaving nowhere until y'all tell me why I'm being escorted out. We don't have to tell you anything. I said, Vanessa is apparently the reason why I'm being asked to leave, and I need to understand why that is. No, you don't. You need to get out now, or I'm calling the cops. So now I have a security guard, another security guard, a third security guard, and a black general manager of Avenue, a club here in Hollywood, telling me that if I don't leave a party for Black Hollywood, that I am going to have the cops called on me. And this is all because of one black woman named Vanessa Anderson at the AMPR group, whom I have never done anything to. So I'm like, you know what? I'm out. Because now I'm also seeing people see this happen, and they're doing nothing. It was all about, we need to get Amanda Seales out of here now.
So that was a story that Amanda told years ago. She was kicked out of a Black Emmys party where all of her peers were at. So that had to be pretty embarrassing. And I don't know, maybe this was the start of her slowly being ushered out of the Black Hollywood space. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying that Vanessa had her blackballed, but maybe that situation led to her being ostracized from certain events and certain groups. But Amanda still went on to find jobs. She went on The Real. And I do remember she left The Real and she called out the producer for taking her idea. So that's the thing with Amanda. She does call people out. And once again, that could rub people the wrong way. And people might not want to be around her, might not want to work with her or invite her to things. So this might be affecting her now. And I think it takes a level of self-awareness to understand that. I think Amanda has to understand that her personality is not for everybody. It just isn't. That doesn't mean she has to change who she is, but some people just don't like her. However, I still think it's messed up that she's not at least invited to places like Essence or the Image Awards. I just think that's weird. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.